You've been eliminated.
Yo, what is up guys, TL Hard here, back with another video, and today I'm going to go over 4 tips to improve your aim in Rainbow Six Siege. We're going to go over attachments, sensitivity, crosshair placement / pre-firing, and practicing methods. There'll be times above on the screen now if you guys would like to go ahead and skip ahead. Alright guys, for the first tip, we're going to go over attachments. I was very confused when I first got into Rainbow of what attachment to use between a compensator, muzzle brake, and flash hider. So first we're going to go through the barrel attachments. A compensator you definitely want to use for horizontal recoil. If you're going to be spraying on a gun, you're not going to be tap firing, you're not going to be burst firing. You're going to be spraying because it reduces the horizontal recoil, so you just have to pull down to control the vertical. So again, for compensator, you definitely want to run on guns that you will be spraying with. For example, the SMG-11 with smoke, I like to use a compensator on. For the muzzle brake, it's best for tap firing. So if you're using, let's say a thermite's gun, Habanas, you're breaching a wall and you're sitting out further back and you're just aiming for heads and you're usually tap firing with, for marksman rifles, whatever gun that you would usually tap fire with, you want to use the muzzle brake for. But the flash hider is definitely my favorite. The flash hider reduces the recoil for burst firing. I really don't do a lot of tap firing, I do more burst firing, so for that reason I use the flash. Alright guys, now we're going to go over grips. If you could put no grip on your gun and you can control the recoil and you have pretty good aim with it, I would suggest using the angled grip because it reduces the ADS speed. So any gunfight you get in, if you're on the run, if you could just ADS faster, usually you're going to win that gunfight if you can control the recoil though. Most people can't, so most people use the vertical grip. Because the vertical grip helps reduce recoil, but the angled grip increases ADS speed. So there's cons and pros for both of them, but I would definitely suggest the vertical grip. That's what everyone uses, most pros. If you're going to use the angled grip, I would definitely suggest that with a roamer, just because you're going to be getting in those gunfights that you're running around with and you need the ADS speed, but I definitely wouldn't suggest it if you can't control the recoil. Alright guys, now we're going to hop straight into sensitivities. I made this video both for console and PC just to help you guys out because I know you guys aren't on the same platform and don't use mouse and keyboard. Some guys use controllers. So for the first one, we're going to go over controller. For the vertical sensitivity, usually you want to use a lower sense for that. One of my buddies, he uses a 20 vertical with a 80 horizontal. This is a commonly used sensitivity among console players. You want a low vertical sensitivity to control the recoil, but your horizontal you want a higher sensitivity. That way you could flick to heads or flick to, if you're in a 1v2, you could flick to 2 different guys or whatnot. For PC, it's a really off preference. It's really depending on what DPI you use. If you use a lower DPI, you need a higher vertical and horizontal sensitivity, and vice versa. If you have the higher DPI, you need a lower horizontal and vertical. The only thing you need to make sure for is that you have the same vertical and horizontal sensitivity. If you guys are confused on what sensitivity to use, I'm going to leave a link in the description below of a website that has the pro sensitivities from this past year. Alright guys, for the third tip, we're going to go over crosshair placement and pre-firing. These tips are overlooked more than they should be. As you enter each room, you just want your crosshair to be placed about head height. Headshots, one shot, one kill in this game. You get more kills that way. And also pre-firing helps out a lot too. So if you know someone's around this corner and you I did not know they were around that corner, but if you did and you pre-fire, you get the first shot off, so you're gonna win more gunfights. But just watch me through these next few rooms. You'll see that my crosshair is placed about head height, and then if I know someone's in there, I might pre-fire as well. Alright guys, for tip number 4, we're going to go over the practicing methods. The first one's going to be Kovacs. If you guys don't know what Kovacs is, it's an aim trainer in the Steam store. Lots of people use it. A lot of people use it for Fortnite, R6, multiple games. But in this case, I use it for R6. I use it every day before I get on to play ranked. I'll load up some iTunes or Spotify, I'll listen to some music, and grind this out for about 30 minutes or so, and then my aim is dramatically better when I go into rank play. But if you guys didn't know, you can't just input your R6 sensitivity. But luckily for you guys, I have another video uploaded. I'll leave it in the link below with a link to Kovacs in the Steam store. But just watch that video. It's very easy to input your sensitivity. So after watching that, you just input your sensitivity, you load up Kovacs, warm up each day, and it should help your guys' aim dramatically. Alright guys, for the second practicing method, we're going to have Terrace On. Basically what we're going to do here is we're going to go to settings, we're going to make sure house is the only map on for Terrace On, and we're going to load this up. I always do this before I run ranked or before I run anything. It helps on my aim dramatically. I always do it after Kovacs, because it's an in-game situation, so it's the realest thing to what you would go through in a ranked match. But what we're going to do is we're going to implement everything we've already learned. We're going to try out different attachments, see what attachments helps you guys the best. You can try out different sensitivities while doing this. And you want to practice your crosshair placement. You want to place it about head height as you enter through doors. If you know someone's around a corner, you want to pre-fire. And I usually always do this every day before I get on, but hopefully this will help you guys out. Hopefully everything in this video will help you guys out. If so, leave a comment below. If you guys want to see any other videos in the future, leave a comment below. I'll be sure to do that for you guys. And anyways, I hope this helped you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.